Hello everybody, welcome to my first commentary on Gamer Gods. And it is, why am I speaking in pirate? It is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games ever, as you all probably know. Let's watch this awesome intro. Intro of darkness. Then redness. No whiteness though. Ah, hell, I'll say it anyways. Intro of darkness, then redness, then whiteness. There. I said it. There's your Tobuscus reference for this. It is Demon's Crest, the strangely named Gargoyle's Quest 3. Let's start this. Oh no, I'm in a Coliseum. How'd I get here? God Dragon. What is its name anyways? I don't know. I probably will never know, because I don't research these things. Somebody in the comments can tell me. But now he looks kind of burnt and robotic. Fly, Firebrand, fly. Helicopter, fly away. Firebrand, fall away. Crap! Basically, the strategy for this guy is fire breathe his head. Yeah, that's the strategy. Not really a strategy, it's just something you do. The fire things don't do very much damage, really. God, why? So, I think we killed it. What do you guys think? Hey, look, a new area. Firebrand doesn't like doors, apparently. God. Still alive. I've lost a point of health. How did I do that? I know how it happened. I got hit by a fireball. Die, dragon! That I don't know the name of. Turbo. I'm playing this on an emulator, so I equipped Turbo to deal with that guy. And that is our first health extension. It obviously extends our health. And by pressing the A button, Firebrand will smash statues with his head. Demonic KKK members. God, no! They're racist against red people. Money, which I'm never gonna need. Now, I will be getting the best ending, which means I'll be getting every item, but I'm not gonna be getting every item on screen to save you guys the trouble. I will be showing every path that I remember, so I won't be showing every path that there is. But, this, I've decided, should I do a Demon's Crest LP? That video is now irrelevant. It's null and void. This is also going up on my main channel. So if you don't want to watch it on Gamer Gods, you can watch it here. If you want. You know. But here's our first boss, technically, the Hippogriff. He's really, really freaking easy. He has a couple of attacks, that being one of them. But his strategy is usually just to kind of stay up there and fly. And not do anything else, really. The Hippogriff is really a rather boring first boss. And look, he's already almost dead. He's turning red. He's embarrassed because he's getting hit. And he shoots wing lasers? Or are those supposed to be feathers? Then again, it is the Super Nintendo. He's on fire, and now he's dead. And he farted? But now he's just dead, period. Another health extension. With, you know, dead people in the background. Here we are in the second portion of the first level. I don't know what this place is called, actually. They never tell you. Now, as you can see, those platforms collapse away, and obviously hitting those things, whatever they are, hurts you. And if you're curious about what those fire things are, you might be thinking, well, since fire is your main attack, it must be powering up your attack. No, it's actually health. This is as strong as Firebrand's regular fire gets. He will get different abilities throughout the game to increase his fire, but as of right now, this is the strongest we have for Firebrand. And down here we have our first vial, which contains potions. And you can't climb up those spike things, you'll just get hurt. Now this is, like I said, Gargoyle's Quest 3, and it made a lot of improvements to the original 2 games, which I never played, but I did see reviews of them. Wing strength was removed. In the first 2 games you could only fly for a certain amount of time. Firebrand can now fly infinitely, or hover. This is not a terrible decision. In fact, it's a very smart one, because now there are levels that actually don't really have floors or anything to grab onto, so Firebrand now has to fly his entire way through those types of levels. Or hover. Why do I keep saying fly? There's a full health right there if you took a lot of damage. But now we're going to face our actual first boss. The Hippogriff was more of a mini-boss. This is General Arma. I've watched your progress, and I'm glad that I shall be the one to put an end to your petty crusade. I believe you have heard of me. I am Arma. I will be your executioner! And the way he flies kind of really reminds me of the Hippogriff. It's like whenever I see him fly, I think Hippogriff. But his main attack is usually shooting those energy lasers at you or diving at you. General Arma right now doesn't do too much damage, but later on he'll do 2 or 3 points of damage and kill you almost instantly. If you have really low health. So Arma is definitely a force to be reckoned with later on in the game. But look right now how he's gray. Pay attention to that for when we fight Arma later on. Because yeah, Arma is a recurring boss. And now he's also been defeated. You do seem to possess the strength people have been talking about. I look forward to our next encounter. That kind of spoils the fact that you're going to fight him again anyways. But he left us with our first crest. The Crest of Earth. With it you can morph into ground gargoyle and gain great speed and the strength to break stone statues. Which we could do before, technically. Anyways, this is our new overworld map. It's got less of an RPG element like the first 2 games did. And it's more of just go here. Kind of reminds me of Mario World, actually. And this is the town, a pretty bland and boring level. And probably in terms of just the way it looks, probably my least favorite level in the game. But in terms of music, it's one of my favorites. So now we are the ground gargoyle, and because of his lack of wings, he obviously can't hover. But he can still stick to walls. And the ground gargoyle, which I didn't show off, can actually do this kind of smash ability. Also, I wonder how I get those. We'll be able to get them later. No, you actually can't break them with the ground gargoyle. But here we are at the reservoir. Those statues light on fire, and you can actually push them with the ground gargoyle's dash ability, which you don't really need to do. Water will apparently hurt you, but everybody I've seen LP the game has gotten hurt by it, but I've never gotten hurt by the water. I don't understand why. If somebody can explain it, tell me. Because I've never gotten hurt by the water. Maybe you have to be in there for a really, really long amount of time. Now that one seems a little tricky to get to, but there's that one little pixel. And there's something I missed there that I'll be going back to later. There's that one little pixel that you can get onto. And there's 2 paths here. You can go into that little cave thing right there, or you could have continued to go left. Or right. But here we are in the catacombs. A place that's very ground gargoyle friendly. And we can get to those later, once again, just like the blocks in the town. With a certain other ability that we actually get here. And the catacombs, they kind of require you to switch between ground gargoyle and regular Firebrand quite often. And in there, I believe, is just a health power-up, so it's not really that useful. Also, those things are completely invincible as of right now. We need another weapon. So I don't know why I decided to try to kill them. So, let's continue on and kill these eyeball bats multiple times, because there's a billion of them that look exactly alike. And once again, we need the the ground gargoyle here. I'm probably going to call him Earth Gargoyle a lot. And then now we can go in there. Now the thing with this area is, as you can see, there's torches. Those aren't just background elements. You actually need to light those to keep light on in the cave. And as you light each torch, there's a ghost. That ghost right there. He eats fire. So what he'll do is he'll actually come and eat the fire, putting out the torches. And with the torches out, the bats can come and attack you. And that place I didn't go to, obviously it's those blocks that we can't destroy yet. And Firebrand, it's only regular Firebrand's fire that can actually light those things. At least as far as I know. The demon fire might be able to, but I don't know. As of right now, Firebrand's regular fire is the only thing that can light those. And remember, be careful of the fire-eating ghosts, because they will get rid of the fire. And then the bats will attack you. But the exit is right there, and here's the boss, but we'll take him on in the next part. See ya.